Lisa, did you have
I just had a question. Do you know of any current issues we have at Beaufort County with OCR? Are there any schools that, putting review aside, any of the current 30 schools that have any OCR problems that you're aware of, that this change, closing Shell Point and moving fifth graders alleviates?
The only one I know that they want us to make a change on isn't impacted by this. That's OPT Elementary School.
Nothing in the Battery Creek cluster? There's no issues currently with OCR?
Not that I'm aware of. It doesn't mean they don't exist, but that information hasn't been given to us that I'm aware of. I know that we floated some, as we were talking about different configurations of schools, we try and float those up to OCR ahead of time so we don't make a decision and then have OCR turn around and say, no, we won't approve that. We try and give it to them ahead of time and say, if we do this, will you approve this? Okay? And I know there were some issues in that regard. That was one of the driving forces around not closing Broad River Elementary School. Okay, that there wasn't room at Shell Point for those students. They would have gone to Shanklin, and my understanding was that OCR objected because it would have made Shanklin more of a minority school.
Racially identifiable?
Yes.
Even to make better sense.
I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
I have a follow-up to Nancy's question, which is parental involvement. When I spoke with Fred Washington in June, he says he wanted parents to be involved. But now I'm understanding you that unless we're elected, we don't get involved. And I think our format does, what we created this forum is for the parents to have to come talk. And, you know, we don't want SIC speaking for us, but Mr. Wilson has weekly after weekly again, we want the parents to get involved. There's no specific as to how this works. If he just wants us to show our town heads, we can do that, but the timing is unfair. A lot of us have 2 jobs, a lot of us have to work late, and the 6 o'clock meeting, okay, we have an alternating one of us, and sometimes we have to get a babysitter. And in this tough economic time, it is extremely hard for us to attend a meeting on Friday morning at 10 a.m. You need our tax money to pay for the school, but then you want us to have a meeting, want to take a sick leave or furlough, whatever we need to do to come to the meeting, and then we don't get to have the input because we're not elected. There's a catch-22 in there that I feel like that's not addressed. I understand the need to meet with SIC members, I'm fine, and that's all good. What about the input from the parents? When do we get to have a specific input of, and I'm so glad you came to talk with us. But other than this, I am working on a couple other members to come, but then the rest I could barely get responses back from.
Well,
And let me base on that. If they're elected official and then the public, they have a right to answer our emails. I'm sorry. Responsibility to answer our emails. A lot of emails get sink into the deep sea. So, which I appreciate you answering.
I can't speak for other people.
But they are elected officials, right? Is that a responsibility to answer the people's email?
Well, like I said, I can't speak for them.
But I know
In my mind, that was a responsibility I took on when I chose to run for the board and when I got elected. Okay?
Right.
Now, as far as parent involvement, I said earlier that both Mrs. Bush and I have both asked that PE9, which deals with community relations, that we expand it beyond where it is right now. I would like to see that the board has at least 2 open meetings a year where we sit down with the SICs and meet with them, okay? Mrs. Bush is suggesting that the principals make sure that there are several meetings a year with all the SICs in a cluster, okay? And I would expect, I know if that's where we go, when that happens in my cluster and probably other clusters, I'll probably attend those so I can listen to what people have to say. Now, I can't require the other 11 members to attend. I'm sure some of them will, some of them won't.
Can you work on that for us? I mean,
I can certainly suggest. The point is that just as you made the concern a minute ago about time of some of the meetings, I'm retired. Well, kind of, I guess, but some of my fellow board members are not retired. They've got, Mr. Rel's got a job, Ms. Bell's got a job, Mr. Speaks has got a full-time job, and Mr. Rivers has got a full-time job. So I'm not sure, what their personal schedules allow them to do. I agree with you. I'm not sure having that meeting August 5th at 10 a.m. was the best time to have that meeting.
No.
Okay?
But I would on record say Mr. Merrill has been very responsive in our emails, as have you. I do need to move on since I'm timing this. My last question is, who's next? Who's next? If you have a shortfall...
I don't see a school on the horizon for us to close.
So you're saying, now the show point is which I don't think the Rice School was closed, to be honest with you. But, so you're saying that there's nobody's in danger for the next couple of years? Is that what you're saying?
I don't see a school, not unless something happens,